Well, it tells me I'm live. Where the hell did I put my vape? We cannot do this without a vape. Oh, it's behind the computer. I'm reaching. Ugh, okay. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes to see if anybody shows up because I don't usually go live during the day. And this whole topic could have been done in like a video, but I'm lazy and I just uploaded 6 videos for a series that's coming out later. Okay. It has to come out later in the year because it relies on another series have been coming out and you haven't seen it yet. So anyways, there's one person here. I've commented on my own videos. Look at me, I'm breaking out. You know, like I can't see anything. The light is washing everything out. Thank God, right? So how have you all been doing? I hope you've all been doing fantastic and have been doing well and are not sick or any horrible thing like that. I hear all kinds of things are happening in the news with reopenings of things. It seems like Canada understands how to reopen a country without having heavily armed people show up. Hi, Michigan. How are you? Right? Whiskers, you're going to knock my freaking light over. Get off the bed. Go. I'm going to kill this cat. That's what I'm going to do. The Witch of Seacliff. Okay. I don't normally talk about other YouTubers. You're like, that's a lie. Okay. But I was like looking through her channel and I was looking at this video that she did, which is called, what the hell is this video called? Doll Magic Part 3 Burning Ritual to Remove a Curse. And I have watched a number of her videos and none of them have any comments. She has over 4, and I'm like, oh, this is a sad and lonely comment section that we don't really like. You're probably like, why are you doing this video live when you could have just done it as a recorded video? Because I'm lazy, okay? Remember, we just uploaded 6 videos. I just did a bunch of editing today for a new series. I'm very lazy because it's Amazon. New Age Imports is not shipping outside of wherever New Age Imports is based out of. They're only shipping locally or residentially as they put it on their website. So I'm very disappointed in that whole situation, but understand why they can't do it. I need witchy supplies, right? Like I need witchy supplies. I'm running low. So anyways, so I was like looking through her video content stuff and she has this comment that she put on this video and it reads as follows. I'm resigned to the fact that I will never be putting out videos that are polished. I desire to put out informative, but not polished. I am not a videographer, a photographer, a computer whiz. I'm showing people how to. Because there are techniques in witchcraft. Where do you find a mentor? I am your mentor. Watch and you will pick up the essence. Witchcraft is individual. Don't anyone dare to tell you how to do it. It's an art. You do it your way. There are experts in magic. Learn from them, but do not take anyone's book, video, word as is, and that's that. Those people who spew dogma. Witchcraft is wild. It's not for most pay. I'm thinking she meant people. At least there are in America, blessed be my family. She has like no other comments other than this one that she wrote. I feel very sad. Anyways, so why did I want to talk about this? I was editing this series, and as I was editing it and rendering things out, I was watching some of her videos. Because I like to watch her videos, like who people's videos, right? Like if you're on YouTube, right, you're generally gonna be watching videos. Now, I don't watch a lot of witchy videos, and I don't watch a lot of channels. I don't subscribe to a lot of witchy videos or Shane Dawson. And I like to pretend that I'm YouTube famous. Yeah, I'm shading my viewers. Anyways, so like, why did I want to talk about this? Because I love aesthetic videos. Right? You know how there's like those aesthetic witches who do watch her, she's an aesthetic witch. Like writers are pretty and elaborate and you get a little bit jealous, you get a little bit like, oh, what you got. God fight you. Like I don't know how many altars this woman has, but every video it seems like it's a different altar. And I'm just like, how do you have 60 altars? But okay, you do you. Right? So her videos are aesthetic and they're not what did she say? They're not polished, that's for sure. But like, that's the aesthetic that she and her channel have, and that's why I like her channel, right? But I personally, when I put out videos, I love putting out aesthetic-looking videos, like kind of cinematic, sort of quality videos where it's like, what are we doing here? Are we making YouTube videos, right? Hello, Maya Weaver. Hello and welcome to the Witchy Show. Welcome to the cult's name is. Does somebody know what the name of my cult is that I'm creating on YouTube and sucking all of you people in? Speaking of my cult, and we haven't talked. Links below. I don't have any videos, but you have videos. So link them in the comment section of this video. As for my last live video that I did on demons and working with them, I have no idea what happened in that video. I ended the stream and it said it was processing, and I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and it said broken and damaged and not working. So I deleted the video. Whatever. Anyways, back on topic of what we were talking about. If somebody remembers the name of my cult, tell me. She also states that channel, she shows you the raw, gritty, like I feel like this lady picks up her phone at like 4 in the morning and is like, you know what, I want to have a conversation with people who don't even leave comments on my channel. Or maybe they do and she deletes them. We'll never know, right? I don't know why you would delete the comments, but it's your channel. You do what you want. But anyways, where I was going with this is that her videos are very informative, sort of. So she obviously is not going to walk you through step by step everything she's doing. But a lot of her videos are very educational and very informative, and you want to watch and you get sucked into watching them. And it's like 3 in the morning and you're halfway down some video list that you were going down and you're just sucked into her videos. It's like crack cocaine. I'm going to start a channel. Oh my God, yes. Make videos and we'll watch her videos and we will welcome her into the cult. I don't remember what the cult's name is, okay? I'm sorry. But her videos are kind of how-to in some instances. I haven't watched a lot of them, okay? Keep that in mind. I haven't watched like every video of hers. Not yet. We're working on it. It's a slow process. These videos are not always short either. And she talks a lot, which trusting because you get to learn a lot about her and her thought processes and the way she does her craft and what she believes in when she does her craft and what she doesn't believe in and what she does like and what she doesn't like. And it's kind of like you're just kind of going on this journey with her, and it's a journey worth going on. So what else were we saying? So she says she's not a videographer, photographer, or computer whiz. I'm showing people how to. As we've already stated, she totally does that. Because there are few teachers in witchcraft, and I completely agree with this. There are very few teachers in the craft. I think a lot of the craft is very secretive, and it's very quiet, and it's very hush-hush. Like in some of my videos alone don't show you everything. Why would I do that? That would be stupid. So I'll do these like 9-minute voiceover workings, or I'll do these 9-minute working videos, or whatever the case may be. And it's just a glimpse. You have to keep that in mind. So I like her content due to the fact that she doesn't show you everything, but she's very informative and she tries to show as much as she can. But I'm very sad that she has like no comments. Why do you have no comments? Like, I'm sad for you. By the way, I love your hair. This is my favorite color so far. It's a really pale ash color. It's like this box dye that you would get from Garnier because Sally's has decided I need hair products, right? So it's not perfectly toned, but it's better than what it was. Are you coming to lay down? Well, hello to you too. Well, what would you like? Would you like to say hello to everybody and the internet? Say hello, internet. And she's like, I don't like any of this. And I'm just like, say hello, internet. And she's like, can you please put me the fuck? Oh, anyways, so back on topic. Oh yes, we were talking about teachers in witchcraft. There aren't many teachers in the craft. It depends on what you define as a teacher, right? Like, I don't consider myself a teacher of the craft. Even though I did practical, was it practical magic or practical witchcraft? I can't remember what that series was called. And I also did the craft. So, right? So imagine sitting in social class, right? Like you're learning about the history of America or Canada or whatever country you live in. And they're all like, this is the history. And I think there aren't teachers in the craft because you can't really teach the craft. Right? You're like, how do you not teach the, like, what drugs are you on? A lot of marijuana, but hear me out. You can't really teach the craft aside from the basics. That's why I always tell people to learn Wicca. Because if you want to be taught the craft, then Wicca is where you go because you get taught the craft. There is a right. You can teach somebody how to tame a wild dog, and there may be processes to taming that wild dog, but it's going to be difficult. And maybe timing a wild dog was not a good example. Let's go with taming a tsunami. There you go. Can't really teach somebody how to tame a tsunami. Do you know Anika Garrett? She is going to do a priestess training on a blog. I do not know who this person is. I have never heard of them. Yeah, what was I saying now? Yes. So teaching the craft is something you can do if you're teaching Wicca. Because Wicca is the only one that seems to have this very stabilized, very kind of you do it this way, you do it that way type of way. And you could also teach ceremonial magic because it's also very rigid and structured. And that's what I was getting at, is it's hard to teach the craft when it's not a rigid and structured thing, because it's rigid and structured to everybody in a completely different way. Whereas Wicca gives you the basic foundations and the tools that you need in order to explore various aspects of witchcraft that you might be interested in that are not so structured. I mean, yes, you could teach paths like hoodoo, voodoo, baby sacrificial witchcraft, I don't know, right? Like you can teach those, but when it comes to, which is a very broad term, right? You really can't teach the craft, okay? So she also says, where do you find a mentor? I'm a mentor. I would totally agree that she is definitely a mentor. She's an inspiration and she is a mentor. So that is complete truth. Watch and you will pick the witchcraft, you will pick up the essence. Witchcraft is individual. Witchcraft is individual. And I like that she put that in her little comment on her own video, because when you watch her videos, when you watch other people's videos, when you watch some of the older videos for Raven Ways, when you watch, you know, where she was like doing the skull candle stuff and she was like showing you bits and pieces of her craft, when witches on YouTube tend to do that in a more raw form, like what Tequila did, or what other witches have done, where it's just grab your phone and show something that you've either done or that you're working on and then just post it to YouTube. Like, it shows authenticity and it shows realism. I just like to slap a bunch of filters and edit my videos in certain ways. Tequila, she was very much, here's my camcorder and go. And then there's like Ember Honey Raven, and you know, like a lot of witches don't put a lot of time into their videos. They don't put that polish on them, or they don't care to because they might not know how to, or whatever the case is. And I'm not saying that you have to, because the witchy community is all about realism. And a lot of witches are more aesthetic with their altars and their crystals and their setup, as opposed to witches like me who are poor and pathetic and cannot afford all the candles and the crystals and all that fun stuff. And so we make our videos aesthetically pleasing. That's how I'm going to do mine. Pick up your camera and go. That's how most people should do them. That's how you do them when you start out, right? Like, I wanted to make pretty videos, so I invested a little bit. I'm not saying you have to. But I like the witches who pick up their phone and go. Like, I like that kind of stuff. So witchcraft is an art. You do it in your own way. And yes, there are experts on the craft. So she continues to say that, you know, it's an individual thing. And the craft, okay. And my video just seemed to like cut out on me. So I'm hoping that that came through properly. But what I was saying is that there is no right or wrong way to do the craft, unless you're in specific types of traditions or paths or practices where there is a right or wrong way to do the craft. Then, you know, that falls in that category. But when you're talking about the craft with broad strokes, there is no right or wrong way to do the craft, okay? I'd say the only real wrong way is trying to copy another witch, like step for step. And bringing no originality to it. Because the craft is kind of like painting, right? So if you put 6 people lined up and tell them to paint a model, you're going to get 6 different interpretations of that model, right? Remember in high school when they made you paint the negative space or some crap like that? Everybody's painting would be different because their interpretation of what the so-called negative space is different in their own brains, right? So the craft is an art, and you do it your own way. And yes, there are experts, again, as stated, from various paths and traditions. But, you know, unless you're looking to go down that type of path where your craft is very structured and very rigid, then you're not going to mostly lean on those experts, right? Witchcraft is wild. It's not for most people. Which she says it's not for most pay, but I think she meant people. And if it's not for most people, I would agree with that. It's not. It's not for a lot of people. I think a lot of people do come to the craft for all the wrong reasons. I think they expect to get things out of witchcraft that requires more work on their end than they're willing to put in. Right? What else does she want to say? If you have magic in your blood, you are blessed and special. Now, with this one, yes, but also no, because you're no different than a witch who is it's no different from a witch who is book taught or who has learned from YouTube and Facebook groups and Instagram and all of that fun stuff. It's no different from a witch who wasn't born into the craft. We all, I believe that we all have magic in our blood in some way, shape, or form, and it's just really dependent if we want to tap into that. So yeah. So I wanted to talk about her comment that she left on her video because it resonated with me. Mostly with the idea of how, you know, she states my videos are not polished. A lot of the times, especially with these stupid live videos, they're not polished, my videos. And that's because I am lazy. Sometimes I just get really lazy and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to upload this like crappy live video, or I'm just going to upload this crappy video that I put together because I want to talk about the subject and I don't want to put a lot of time and effort into editing the video. So, I mean, yeah, I'll do that in some cases. But when it comes to like working on series and stuff like that, I do like my aesthetic videos. I like my filters and I like my cinematic kind of approach to making my videos. I don't know. Just what I like. But her comment resonated with me. And I like her videos. So that is what I wanted to say on this subject. And there's now 5 of you, and I'm done with this subject. And it's only been 21 minutes and 51 seconds. Well, 55, 6, 7, you get the point. So, do you guys have any witchy questions for me that I can at least pad this video out to at least 30 minutes? Does anybody have any witchy questions? I'm going to wait for people. I'm going to wait for them to ask their questions because I don't know where they are in their video playbacks. I do like the Witch of Seacliff. Again, I don't generally try to talk about witches very often on YouTube because it's just more trouble than it's worth. At least that's what I've run into in the past. Not with any recent witches that I've talked to, but in the past. Okay, in the past. With all the drama and the negativity, right? I just try to stay away from talking about other witches. Because it's invasive. Right? I was going to do an entire series on a witch. She's not even a witch. I don't know what she is. It's, what is that drama? So witchy, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called now. I'll have to look them up. But I was going to do this entire series on them because they're a cluster. Like, this wouldn't be a troll series. This would be just like exposing a cluster of mess, right? And I was going to do this whole series, and I was working on this series, and I was like, you know what? I really don't want to start fight with these people. And all the series was doing was just asking questions and exposing her vile troll-like behavior. And I can't remember who this lady was. I can see her in my mind. She's an African lady who has the head thing on sometimes, and she sits in her garage. I'm sorry, I don't know what the head thing is, but she sits in her garage and she talks and she yells at her phone and she like yells at people and she like trolls people and she calls them out for apparently scamming witches and Witch Patrol. I was gonna do a whole series on Witch Patrol, and then I was like, this is drama I really don't want. Right? Like, I'm doing series on other things, and I really wanted to do a series or a video on Witch Patrol and just kind of go through their content and be like, what is this? And like kind of react to it, right? But I don't know. I just MS Potato Head. I don't know what MS Potato Head is. Do I have an MS Potato Head? No. Well, are we talking about her? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. But yeah. I do most of my spell work while crafting, painting, etc. Is that weird? No. There's nothing weird about that at all. There are a lot of witches in the past, right? Like in the 16th, 1700, maybe 18th, 19th as well. Like, let's not go too far back. But a lot of witches would they'd just be sitting there like knitting or whatever, and they would be just casting spells. In as each one of their knits that they would do, they would say something over and over again, and by the time they were done their blanket, it would probably be cursed. And then they would give it to their enemy. And be like, here you go. It's not cursed or anything, I promise. Right. Witch Patrol is crazy. So I was going to do a series on her, and it was some serious insanity. I might do a video in the future, like a 20-minute video or something, just kind of like, it's not that I wanted the drama, it was just that I just wanted to show people that, like, wow, this is a mess. Because I've seen these other YouTube channels where they'll do these commentary type videos on other YouTubers, and I was like, well, what if I did a commentary on Witch Patrol? And it's just like, you're vile and toxic. And let's show everybody how vile and toxic. My grandmother would do that with crochet, right? So see, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Cindy. So it's all in the stitch work. It's all in the needlework, and it's all in the cursing and the hexing. Okay. So I want to talk to you guys really quickly as my last thing, I promise. I won't make this video go on forever, because we're running out of things to talk about in this video. I wanted to talk about the Grimoire series. So we have a second season that's coming out in August, I think, and ends in September. And then we have a series after that where we're doing the workings for the Grimoire, but we're doing a voiceover. So it's a very special, limited series for the craft, where we're just doing a voiceover of the workings and talking about the workings and talking about the Grimoire. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm probably going to do a third season. I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do it on yet. I mean, I'm a mess. I'm a messy human being, and Ember Honeyraven just inspires me to be a mess. Okay, that's the other person I wanted to talk about was Ember Honeyraven. So I haven't resubscribed to her Patreon. I don't know if she's still doing her Patreon. I was going to resubscribe to it this month. I'm probably going to wait until May, though. And if you weren't subscribed to her Patreon, like, I would definitely check out those videos on there, because she's deep and thoughtful and messy and inquisitive and hilarious and sad and funny and just all of these things all at once. And it kind of inspired me to do the Grimoire series. I was just completely inspired by her content. And I was like, well, I could put this behind a paid wall. And then I was like, no, let's be messy on the internet. So then we got messy and we got inappropriate. And then, well, we didn't really get inappropriate, but we got cloned and it was weird and stupid and cringy. So then we moved on and we're doing the second season of the Grimoire, which I've talked about in previous videos, is called Love and Money, where we're dealing with the subject of love and money, right? Not having a job, not finding a man, all that stuff. And where I was going with this is that all of my Grimoire series are intended to be messy because I like to be messy. And I wanted to show people this is how you can be messy in the craft, right? Like you can work on your emotional baggage and your inner demons and your psychotic behavior through witchcraft. And you can change and evolve as a person. Every time I do a season of the Grimoire, I feel like this giant weight has just been lifted off of me. I'm like, here, I'm sharing this mess with all of you, but I feel better. And it's recorded in kind of in a way where it's like you can go back and you can be like, you were a mess here, and a mess there, and a mess there, right? So I was definitely inspired by Ember Honeyraven, but I was also inspired by Tequila because she would do, sometimes very rarely, personal videos about things that she was dealing with, especially in her very early sets of videos, where she would talk about shadow work isn't and all of that stuff. And I definitely believe that the Grimoire series is shadow work. It's artistic, it's cinematic, it's aesthetically pleasing, and it's dark and twisty, and it's a way of working through the issues, right? Anywho, what is going on? There's a paragraph here. Would you say that over time the magic you cast gets more and more complex? Well, that's what I've noticed about myself, and I want to know if anyone else has this experience. So over time, when I started, yes, absolutely. When I started making YouTube videos, my rituals would just get insane and crazy. Y'all remember Dancing with the Spirits? Oh, that was such an elaborate ritual. I've had some very elaborate rituals in my past, but I have noticed that as I have kept going, my rituals and my spell work and all of the stuff that I do gets simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler. Like even the workings for the Grimoire were more simple than they were in the season 1 set of workings, which I wasn't very happy with how I released that extra content, because I should have done voiceovers for those instead of just being like, here you go, right? Anyways. I like your unstructured videos. You're funny and cool to listen to. I don't like my unstructured videos. Wait, what do you mean by unstructured? Like where I just ramble like all the time? Those are annoying. Like I do like doing them every now and then, but sometimes I just want to talk about a subject and I just want to get really deep into the subject. And I'm like, I don't want to do this in one video. I want to do this as like a series of videos, right? Like let's do this as like, let's really give these tubies bang for their buck and a reason to come back to my YouTube channel, right? So I don't think I've done unstructured videos in a while. I tried when I did fraud, but then I was like, oh, I want to turn this into a series. And I just turned it into a series and it became more structured over time. So I think the only unstructured videos that I do are my live streams. Those are probably the only unstructured videos where we just get baked and we come on the internet and we have a messy time on the internet. Who was that lady that was in my chat last time when we were live? I watched some of her videos, but I can't remember who she is. And she's buried in my history of videos because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, right? Like I'll get stoned and lay down and watch some Walking Dead, and then I'll just be surfing through YouTube and I'm like, ooh, I want to watch this video. Pause, watch, get sucked into YouTube for an hour, go back to Walking Dead, right? So, but I think the only unstructured videos that I have are my live videos. And I don't really like doing live videos anymore because I feel like they're not getting across a point. They're just somebody, I feel like, I'm going to be blunt. This is how I feel. When I do live videos by myself, I feel like Random Witch. as I vape. No, I literally, I feel like her. I don't know if anybody learns anything from my live videos, if they get any information out of my live videos, if my live videos help them in any way, or if they're just like this video where people are like, oh, he went live. It's a mess. Substance. No content worth watching. Just nothing. Just a waste of everybody's time. Are my videos a waste of your people's time? Be honest. You're like, yes, they are. Excuse me? Are you sleeping? Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Come say hello to people. Fuck what you were doing. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to go this way now. Goodbye! You lay down now. I'm done bugging you. I love your videos. Absolutely not. I love watching you. So I didn't actually mean that as a legitimate question. What I meant it as is like, I don't know. I feel like the only unstructured content that I want to put out are these live videos because you guys like it when I go live and I hate it. I hate going live alone. You've tried a few of my spells. Do they work for you? As you're going to, so just calm down because we got a lot of content to get through until then. Not all of my spells work. They haven't always worked for me. So sometimes I will do spells or I'll do workings and I'll show you guys and you'll be like, oh, that's really cool. And it's like, yeah, it didn't work. And that is okay. It is perfectly okay for your magic to not work. Okay, it is perfectly okay for your spell to just fizzle and fail, or for your entities or your spirits to be like, oh, we're not helping you with this. I love your incense. I always love my incense. Although I don't sometimes like the smell of my incense. Like I'll get on YouTube and I'll just start mixing together herbs. Sometimes I just want to play. Sometimes I have actual intentions for things that I'm doing. When I used to do unstructured recorded videos, they turn out to be like 30, 40-minute long videos. And I was like, oh, that could be split up into a series on its own of like 3 15-minute long videos or 3 10-minute long videos, right? Or like 4 10-minute long videos or whatever. So, well, my fabulous tubies, I've talked about the Witch of Seacliff. I've talked about Ember Honeyraven. I've compared my live videos to random witches. I don't even know if she knows who she is. Probably. Of course she knows. Everybody knows. The witchy community knows who everybody is. You know who I haven't seen videos from in a long time? Scarlet Moon. I wonder if he's uploading. I haven't watched his content in a while. It's not tea. It's facts. Okay, it's facts. Her videos were of no substance and no quality. Just sit there and vape. Convalesce with the idiots in the chat that knew nothing about witchcraft. God. Sorry for the drama, people. You're like, you don't talk about witchy channels very often. Sometimes I just want to go on a rant, and I just want to be like, this is what's wrong with your channel, and this is what's wrong with your channel, and so far there's only been one channel that I'm like, I have problems with this. And I'm glad it doesn't exist anymore. I'm really glad that it does not exist anymore. And I'm glad that Tequila left her videos up, or she put them back up. I like watching those sometimes. Ember Honeyraven's new videos have been about tarot cards. Has she put up anything else? Because this is not on Ember Honeyraven. She'll upload whatever content she wants to upload. It's her channel. She'll do as she pleases. But I don't like the tarot videos. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, honey, haven't we been down this path where you had like 50,000 decks of tarot cards and then you made a video being like, hi, how are you? I need to get rid of half of them. Like, are you ever going to learn? I think those were the videos that she had up before she took them down. Like, not the ones that she has put out, but the ones where she was like selling the tarot or whatever. Now, I'm trying to find videos of hers to see what she's done. Yeah, so like a lot of this has been tarot review. And I'm like, honey, I don't like tarot cards. Okay. Sorry. And she's like, I'm shaving my head. And I'm like, yes, I agree. Shave your head. Now, this other thing that I haven't watched is her part 2 Lessons of the Morrigan, Dark Goddess and Chaotic Times with Joey Morris. I haven't even seen part 1. So gotta go and watch that because I want to see how they're interpreting the Dark Goddess during these turbulent times, because the way I'm interpreting her is she's just not well. I want fancy nails. I tried, you guys. I tried. I did. I promise you. I tried the fake nails, like the little glue-on ones that like come out to like here. Like I tried them. But I type all day, and you can't type with the nails that Ember Honeyraven has. I would love to know. I would love for Ember Honeyraven to leave a goddamn comment down below being like, this is how I type with my long nails. Does she have long nails? She doesn't have that long of nails. But sometimes she has long nails, doesn't she? I don't know. She's not showing her nails in these thumb. Oh, she sort of is. They're not that long. Ugh, mine were longer. I don't want her to tell me how the hell she types, because I think she was also, I can't remember. We talked a long time ago and have never talked since. I don't know what happened there. I was like, I'm going to make a new witchy friend, and her name is going to be Ember Honeyraven. And then we talked for an entire day. And we faded away. Faded away. But it's okay. What was I saying now? Oh, yes. I still want to know how she types. But I think she's a software developer. And at one point, she had to type a lot. Fingernails. Where the hell? I miss D. I don't know who D is. Who is D? D-E-E. Let's look this up on YouTube. Is this a person? Is this a drug addict? What are we looking up? We're not looking up Ember Honeyraven anymore. Who is D? Oh, D Chanel? Wait. No, that doesn't make sense because she's not talking about anything on here. Oh, she sort of is? 524,000 subscribers. Are we talking about the same thing? Oh, Tiptoe Chick. Oh, Tiptoe Chick is dead. Legitimately. Not making this up. She dead. May she rest in peace. I don't remember why she died or how she died, but she's dead. There's another witch in this community that's also dead. She's like this Bulgarian chick, and I'm just like, why are people dying? Don't die. Okay, they're dying. I wish Tequila would come back. I wish Lady Gravedancer would come back to YouTube. She died in a car accident. That's horrible. One of these days, I'm going to quit YouTube. I haven't figured out when. I'm going to be 32 this year, and I'm doing YouTube. I know, I'm scrolling through Ember Honeyraven's channel right now, and she's like in her 40s, and she's like, excuse me. Hi, how are you? And I'm just like, I just sometimes feel too old for YouTube. I feel out of touch with YouTube. Well, it's not going to be anytime soon. Jesus, people, calm down. We have so much more content to get through. Can this camera focus? Thank you. We have so much more content to get through and so many more things that I want to talk about. But one of these days, I'm just never going to upload anymore, ever again. It's going to happen. Probably in the next 10 years or so. I haven't even hit 2,000 subscribers. Okay, here's what keeps happening. I get to, what is it? How many subscribers do I have right now? Like 1,915 or something, right? And I'll go up by 4 or 5, and then I'll release a video. You remember when I was doing the Coming Home Again series, and I was like releasing a video or two every day almost? Well, I took a week off work, and I wanted to reconnect with my craft. And so I did that, and okay, now I'm turning into Random Witch. I'm just sitting here vaping. Sorry. Should I talk about something educational? Do you guys have a topic that you want me to talk about? Is there something on your minds that you want to express to me? at this point in time. No? Okay. Well, then I'm going to leave because it's been almost an hour and I'm done. And I'm tired and I'm exhausted. And I just want to smoke another bowl and just watch my TV shows. So I love you, people. Let's see if this video uploads. End.